Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Alaskan bush people Bear Brown makes huge lifestyle change. Alaskan bush people star Bear Brown announced a major lifestyle change. This is something that might surprise some of his fans. It could also throw up a major change in his home life in the future. It also hints at his current relationship with his wife and kids, as well as the future of his reality TV show. Here are the changes that Bear is making in his life right now and what it means for the future. Bear Brown announces big move. Things have been all over the place for Bear Brown in 2023. In January, he was in Texas with his wife Raven Brown as she gave birth to their second child. Since then, he moved back to Washington, leaving Raven and their two sons in Texas. He lived on the family's North Star Ranch, helping get it up and running. However, that time has come to an end, and Bear just announced big changes are coming. In an Instagram video, Bear revealed he is moving. Bear said he moved back onto the mountain, and this is now permanent. Last season, Bear and Raven were moving onto the mountain with their son River. However, that didn't last as she ended up pregnant. She left Bear right before the season's finale aired, moving to Texas. Bear then moved to North Star since he needed to get his home built up on the mountain. That has now finished. Bear said he has moved back to the mountain and is now there on a permanent basis. He did say he has no electricity right now and no running water. Bear said that for water, he has a well that he can hand pump or use a generator where he can pump it out faster. He does that for the horses. For the price of gas, he uses the generator as little as possible. He said he uses it for the pump for the horses and at night to charge his phone. However, he also has no cell phone service on the mountain, although he does have it on the outer edges of the mountain. He also has no Wi-Fi set up, so there won't be as much contact while he is on the mountain. With that said, expect him to have lots of videos he shoots and then posts when he gets into good coverage areas. What does this mean for Alaskan bush people? While Discovery Channel has not announced the return date for Alaskan bush people yet, there were questions about how Bear Brown would be used in a new season. With his wife and kids in Texas, there didn't seem to be a story for him anymore. On the other hand, Noah has his summer home in Alaska he wants to fix up. Birdie Brown has her ongoing medical issues, and Rain has her gold mining adventures. However, this could really open up a new season for Bear's story, getting rid of his family drama, seeing Bear moving back onto the mountain and getting settled in without electricity or water. Brings back memories of the early seasons of Alaskan bush people. Out of all the Brown family members, Bear might be the one really finally going back to the bush. In the heart of the Alaskan wilderness, where the vast expanse of rugged terrain meets the untamed spirit of the wild, Bear Brown has always stood out as a symbol of raw energy and relentless adventure. The Brown family, known for their unyielding connection to nature, has thrived in the most challenging conditions. Bear, with his signature untamed hair, boundless enthusiasm, and primal connection to the wild, has long been the embodiment of the wild man. But recently, a seismic shift has occurred in his life, one that's left fans of Alaskan bush people both intrigued and inspired. Bear Brown's life has been a whirlwind of adrenaline-fueled escapades, from climbing towering trees to wrestling with the elements in the Alaskan wilderness. His nickname, the King of Extreme, wasn't earned lightly. But beneath the wild exterior, there's always been a thoughtful side to Bear, one that has now come to the forefront in a surprising and profound way. The change began subtly, like the first whispers of wind before a storm. Fans noticed that Bear, who once seemed inseparable from the wilderness, was spending more time reflecting, his eyes searching the horizon with a new kind of intensity. It wasn't long before Bear himself confirmed what many had begun to suspect. He was undergoing a massive lifestyle transformation. The wild man of Alaska had found something new to chase: balance. For Bear, balance didn't mean leaving behind his beloved wilderness, but rather finding harmony between his primal instincts and the more measured aspects of life. It was a journey that began with a realization sparked by the birth of his son, River. The moment Bear held his child for the first time, something shifted within him. The wildness in his heart was still there, but now it was tempered by a fierce desire to be the best father he could be. Bear's transformation didn't happen overnight. It was a gradual process, one that involved introspection, learning, and, above all, patience. He began to explore new ways of channeling his energy, seeking activities that allowed him to connect with his wild side while also grounding him in the responsibilities of fatherhood. One of the most significant changes Bear made was embracing a more mindful approach to life. Always the thrill seeker, he started practicing yoga and meditation, activities that seemed at odds with his wild persona. But for Bear, they were a way to find inner peace amidst the chaos of life in the bush. The meditative practices helped him focus his energy, allowing him to approach each day with a clearer mind and a calmer spirit. His diet, too, underwent a transformation. Bear, who had always been content with the sustenance provided by the wild, began to pay closer attention to nutrition. He started incorporating more balanced meals into his routine, ensuring that he was fueling his body in a way that would support his new lifestyle. This wasn't about giving up his wild ways, but about enhancing them, finding the strength and endurance to keep up with the demands of both his adventurous pursuits and his growing family. Perhaps the most surprising aspect of Bear's transformation was his newfound interest in community and connection. Always a lone wolf, Bear began reaching out more to those around him, finding joy in the simple act of sharing his experiences with others. He started a blog, documenting his journey toward balance, sharing insights and lessons learned along the way. For fans, it was a window into a new side of Bear, one that was as introspective as it was adventurous. Bear also took on the role of a mentor within his own family, guiding his younger siblings and offering advice on how to navigate the complexities of life in the bush. His wisdom, once hidden beneath layers of wild enthusiasm, began to shine through in quiet moments as he shared stories of his transformation with those closest to him. This newfound sense of balance didn't mean that Bear had lost his edge. Far from it. His adventures continued, but they were now approached with a deeper understanding of the world around him and his place within it. He still climbed trees, but now he did so with an awareness of the life teeming within them. He still embraced the thrill of the wild, but he did so with a respect for the environment that had always been his home. Bear's transformation culminated in a symbolic act that resonated deeply with fans. In a quiet moment, captured on camera for the world to see, Bear stood at the edge of a cliff overlooking the Alaskan wilderness. With the wind whipping through his hair, he let out one of his signature primal roars, a sound that echoed through the mountains, a declaration that while he had changed, he was still, at his core, Bear Brown. But this roar was different. It wasn't just a call to the wild, but a call to balance. It was a roar that spoke of a man who had found a way to reconcile his wild nature with the responsibilities of fatherhood.